Ladies and gentlemen, friends of abundance, tonight I am going to share with you a secret so simple, yet so powerful, that it can transform your financial life almost immediately. It is a secret that the universe has been waiting for you to embrace, a secret that allows you to command money, to call it by name, and to watch it obey your call. You see, money is not just paper or numbers in a bank. Money is a force, a living energy that responds to vibration, intention, and belief. The moment you speak to it, the moment you give it a name, you are speaking the language the universe understands. You are no longer hoping or wishing for money, you are commanding it. Tonight, I want you to do something extraordinary. Take a moment, close your eyes, and feel the money that you desire. See it clearly in your mind. Now give it a name. Call it. Whisper it, shout it, sing it if you like. Call it by name as if it is already on its way to you. Perhaps it is my prosperity, or my abundance, or even my $10,000 that comes to me this week. Whatever it is, call it boldly, call it with faith, call it with joy. Understand this: the universe does not judge, it does not hesitate, it does not question. The universe responds to the clarity of your command. It responds to faith without doubt. If you call money by name, you are not asking for a gift, you are acknowledging a natural law, a law that states, what you speak with certainty you shall receive. Many people go through life waiting, hoping, pleading, and yet they see no results. Why? Because they do not speak with authority. They do not recognize that they have a divine right to abundance. Money is not scarce, it is flowing, always flowing, waiting for the ones who know how to call it. When you name it, when you claim it, the invisible forces align, doors open, opportunities appear, unexpected checks arrive, deals that seemed impossible suddenly manifest. Tonight, I want you to make a declaration. Not tomorrow, not when it feels convenient, but tonight. Speak to your money. Give it a name. Call it as though it is already yours. Repeat it aloud with joy and certainty. I call my $5,000 this month. I call my financial breakthrough. I call my abundance. Feel the thrill, the certainty, the gratitude as if it has already arrived. Do not doubt the process. Do not measure the how or the when. Leave that to the universe, which is infinitely wise and abundantly generous. Your task is simple: speak, believe, receive. That is the eternal law of abundance. Speak to your money, call it by name, and watch how effortlessly it flows to you. Tonight, as you lie in your bed, whisper it one last time before sleep carries you away. Let it echo in your subconscious. Let it plant seeds of wealth in the fertile soil of your mind. Tomorrow, the universe will begin to respond. It will answer your call in ways you cannot yet imagine. Friends, abundance is your birthright. Money is your friend. Speak to it with love, with faith, with certainty. Call your money by name and watch how the invisible responds. Watch how your life transforms, how your opportunities multiply, and how your prosperity expands beyond measure. The universe waits for your call. Call tonight and obey your own power. There is a mysterious, almost magical principle at work in the universe, and it revolves around the very words we speak. Words are not mere sounds, they are vibrations, expressions of energy, and when aligned with our intention, they have the power to shape reality itself. This is especially true when it comes to money, for money is energy, and like all energy, it responds to the vibration we give it. Most people go through life thinking about money in vague terms, hoping it will somehow appear, praying for luck, or wishing for a windfall, yet nothing seems to change. This is because the energy of hope without clarity has no direction. The universe is precise, and it responds not to hope, but to certainty, not to vague desire, but to specific, confident declaration. The moment you take the power of words and direct them toward the money you seek, something extraordinary begins to happen. You begin to engage with the universe as a co-creator, and when you give your money a name, when you call it specifically, you are sending a signal that cannot be ignored. Naming your money is not merely a symbolic act, it is an activation of a natural law. Consider how, in everyday life, a name gives identity and presence. When we name something, we acknowledge its existence. By giving money a name, you are no longer wishing for a general concept of abundance. You are affirming the presence of a specific form of wealth in your life. Perhaps it is an amount, perhaps it is an opportunity, perhaps it is the solution to a particular need. Whatever it is, by calling it by name, you bring it from the realm of abstraction into the realm of reality. This act of naming is a declaration that your desire is real, that it is legitimate, and that you are ready to receive it. The universe, which responds to clarity and confidence, begins to align circumstances, people, and events to bring your named money into your hands. Many people resist this idea because they think it sounds too mystical or too simple to be effective. They may believe that money comes only through hard work, struggle, or external conditions beyond their control. Yet the truth is that the force behind money is intelligence and energy. It moves where it is acknowledged and called. Just as a magnet responds to metal, just as the sun draws warmth to the earth, money flows to those who name it with conviction. When you say, "I call my $10,000 this month," or "I call the money to pay off my debts," or "I call the abundance that brings joy and freedom to my life," you are not merely speaking words, you are setting a vibration into motion. You are planting a seed in the invisible realm, and that seed carries within it the blueprint of its manifestation. To truly harness this power, you must understand that it is not the size of the money that matters, but the clarity and faith with which you call it. You may begin by naming small amounts or specific sums that feel tangible and real to you. Perhaps it is the money for groceries, for a car repair, for a new opportunity, or for a project you are passionate about. Speak to it as if it is already coming, as if it is already on its way. The universe does not differentiate between large or small, for every sum of money carries the same energy and responds to the same laws. By starting with clarity and specificity, you are training your mind and your energy to operate in the frequency of abundance. Your words are the command, and the universe responds with obedience to that command. It is also vital to recognize the emotional component in this process. When you call your money by name, you must feel the joy, the relief, the gratitude, and the satisfaction as if you already possess it. Words alone with feeling are like seeds scattered on barren soil. They may not grow. The combination of naming and emotional conviction creates fertile ground for manifestation. Imagine the exhilaration of receiving the exact sum you have called. Imagine the doors that open, the opportunities that appear, the ease with which circumstances shift in your favor. That feeling is your tool, your fuel, and your proof that you are aligned with the abundance you are calling into your life. Another essential aspect is repetition. Just as a child learns language by hearing it often, just as habits are formed by consistent action, the energy of money responds to repeated, clear calling. Create a ritual for yourself. Perhaps each morning, each night, or even at midday, call your money by name. Speak it aloud, write it down, feel it in your heart. Repetition is not monotony, it is reinforcement. It signals to the universe that your intent is unwavering, that your desire is serious, and that you are fully prepared to receive. Over time, this consistent practice builds an unbreakable energetic pathway between you and the money you seek, making the arrival of abundance inevitable. Many people wonder why they have struggled with money for so long despite their best efforts. The answer often lies not in lack of opportunity or talent, but in a lack of clear calling. When you speak about money vaguely, "I wish I had more," or "I hope things get better," you are not sending a signal the universe can act upon. But when you say, "I call my $5,000 for my business this week," or "I call the money to clear my debts," you are creating an unmistakable command. The universe responds with intelligence and precision, setting events into motion that align with the frequency of your named abundance. Opportunities that were invisible become visible. Unexpected sources of income appear. Doors open in ways that logic and planning alone could never achieve. The power of naming your money also transforms your relationship with wealth itself. Many people subconsciously see money as scarce, as something to be chased, feared, or hoarded. By calling it by name, you shift your mindset from scarcity to sovereignty. You are no longer a beggar hoping for scraps. You are a conscious co-creator, a master of your financial destiny. You recognize that abundance is not outside of you, but a reflection of your alignment with the universal law of prosperity. When you name your money, you acknowledge your right to receive it and invite it with dignity and joy into your life. Furthermore, this practice is not limited to personal gain. As you call money by name, your increased abundance allows you to contribute, to share, and to elevate others. Money called with clarity and faith carries a higher vibration, one that can uplift and inspire. You become a magnet for not only financial prosperity but for opportunities to do good, to create, and to expand your influence in ways that benefit both yourself and those around you. The energy of money is never stagnant. It flows to those who recognize its power and use it wisely. The act of naming your money is simple, yet profound. It is a declaration, a prayer, a command, and a promise all at once. It requires no struggle, no frantic effort, no desperate chasing. It only requires clarity, faith, and joyful expectation. Speak it with confidence. Speak it with gratitude. Speak it as though it is already yours, for in the invisible realm, your words have already been heard. The universe, obedient and generous, begins to move, to align, to orchestrate events, people, and circumstances in perfect harmony with your call. The first step is yours alone. Tonight, before you sleep, take a moment to call your money by name. Speak it aloud, feel it, see it, believe it. The energy you release in that moment is the beginning of a transformation that can ripple through your life, attracting not just money but opportunity, clarity, and success. Naming your money is not an act of fantasy. It is an act of authority, a recognition of your right to abundance, a direct conversation with the universal law that governs prosperity. And as you make this practice a habit, as you continue to call your money by name with faith and joy, you will notice shifts, small at first, then undeniable, where financial doors open effortlessly, where opportunities that once seemed impossible manifest naturally, and where money flows to you as if it had always been intended to do so. It is a dance, a partnership between your clear intention and the responsive universe, and it begins with one simple act. The power of naming your money faith, without doubt, is the cornerstone of all manifestation, especially when it comes to money in abundance. It is not enough to wish or hope. You must believe with unwavering certainty that what you desire is already yours, that it is on its way, and that the universe is responding to your call. Doubt is the great enemy of abundance. It acts like a shadow, blocking the light of your intention, creating hesitation, and slowing the flow of opportunity. When you speak your desire, when you call money by name, your words must be accompanied by a feeling of absolute faith, a knowing that the unseen forces are already working to bring your request into form. Faith is not blind optimism. It is a deliberate alignment of your mind, heart, and soul with the certainty of abundance. When faith is present, doubt cannot survive, and when doubt is absent, the universe moves with precision and grace to fulfill your desires. Consider the law of energy. Everything in the universe responds to frequency. Thoughts, emotions, and words are all vibrati. Ons and money as energy responds to vibration. Faith without doubt is a high-frequency signal. It is a beacon that the universe cannot ignore. When you say, "I call my $10,000 this month," or "I call the financial breakthrough I need," and you feel no hesitation, no fear, no uncertainty, you are sending out a signal so strong that the universe is compelled to respond. Opportunities begin to appear that were previously invisible, people show up at just the right time, and resources flow to you from unexpected directions. Faith, in this sense, is not passive. It is active, dynamic, and magnetic. It draws toward you the very conditions necessary for your abundance to manifest. Many people struggle with doubt because they focus on their current circumstances rather than the invisible reality they are creating. They look at the balance in their bank account, at debts, at bills, and at shortages, and then conclude that manifestation is impossible. But the truth is that the visible world is always a reflection of the unseen. If you believe in lack, the world shows you lack. If you believe in abundance, the world adjusts to mirror that belief. Faith without doubt means looking beyond appearances, trusting the invisible processes of the universe, and knowing that what you have called is already en route. It means holding the vision of your desired money as if it has already arrived, and refusing to let temporary circumstances shake your certainty. Faith without doubt also transforms the way you act. When you know, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that your money is coming, your actions align with that knowledge. You take inspired steps, make decisions from a place of confidence rather than fear, and attract opportunities because your energy resonates with the frequency of abundance. People who lack faith act hesitantly, miss opportunities, and unconsciously repel money. Those who practice unwavering faith find doors opening easily, deals falling into place effortlessly, and synchronicities appearing in ways that seem miraculous but are simply the natural outcome of alignment with the universal law. The key to cultivating faith without doubt is repetition and affirmation. Speak to yourself daily with conviction. Repeat the affirmations that reinforce your certainty. Statements such as, "I know my money is coming. I trust the universe to provide. I am a magnet for abundance," are not mere words. They are instructions to your subconscious mind, which governs your energy and attracts circumstances accordingly. The subconscious does not question, it does not doubt, it only acts on the frequency you provide. By consistently affirming your faith, you condition your mind and your energy to operate in a state of absolute belief, creating a fertile environment for your financial desires to manifest. Another crucial aspect of faith without doubt is emotional congruence. It is not enough to think "I believe" if your emotions betray fear, anxiety, or desperation. True faith aligns both the mind and the heart. Feel the excitement, the joy, and the gratitude as if the money you call is already in your hands. Imagine what it feels like to pay off debts, to invest in your dreams, to enjoy financial freedom. Let those feelings saturate your being. The universe responds not just to words or thoughts, but to the emotional vibration behind them. Faith that is felt deeply and sincerely is a powerful magnet for money. Doubt, on the other hand, is the subtle thief that can derail even the clearest intention. It creeps in through comparisons, through skepticism, and through listening to voices of fear and limitation. When doubt arises, acknowledge it, but do not give it power. Replace it immediately with faith. Shift your focus from lack to abundance, from impossibility to inevitability, from fear to joy. This conscious choice to refuse doubt strengthens your connection with the universal law and accelerates the manifestation process. Remember, doubt is always tied to the visible world and to conditions. Faith is tied to the invisible and to the truth of your infinite potential. Faith without doubt also allows you to detach from the how and the when of your manifestation. One of the greatest mistakes people make is trying to control the method or the timing of their abundance. When you operate from faith, you trust that the universe knows the perfect route, the perfect timing, and the perfect opportunity to deliver your money. You do not need to see the path clearly. You do not need to manipulate circumstances. You simply hold the certainty that your call has been heard and that everything necessary is moving into place. This detachment from control paradoxically increases your power, for it allows the infinite intelligence of the universe to work unhindered on your behalf. To illustrate the power of faith without doubt, consider this: 2 people call for the same amount of money. One is filled with hesitation, worry, and skepticism. The other is filled with unshakable belief, joy, and gratitude. Who receives the money first? Who attracts the necessary circumstances? The answer is clear. Faith acts as a magnet, while doubt repels. The universe is not biased, it is simply responsive. It responds to the energy you radiate. By cultivating faith without doubt, you position yourself as a receiver, ready and worthy, and the invisible forces orchestrate in your favor. Faith is not built overnight, it is cultivated through practice, repetition, and conscious choice. Begin by noticing when doubt arises and immediately replacing it with affirmation and trust. Surround yourself with reminders of abundance, books, music, affirmations, and people who reinforce your belief. Visualize your money arriving. Speak to it by name. Feel the joy. Repeatedly immerse yourself in the certainty that your financial desires are already fulfilled. Over time, your faith becomes unshakable, and your doubt fades into irrelevance. Moreover, faith without doubt opens your perception to the miraculous. It allows you to see opportunities where others see obstacles, to recognize help where others see challenges, and to receive blessings that may seem impossible. The universe does not work in linear ways. It works through intelligence, timing, and alignment. Your absolute faith becomes the conduit through which invisible forces deliver results that often surpass your imagination. By holding unwavering belief, you step into a reality where money and opportunity flow freely, where resistance diminishes, and where abundance becomes not only possible but inevitable. Faith without doubt is also contagious. When you radiate certainty and belief, you influence the people around you, creating a field of alignment that attracts support, collaboration, and resources. Your energy signals to the universe and to others that you are ready, that you are worthy, and that abundance is your natural state. Opportunities, partnerships, and financial breakthroughs often appear when least expected, yet perfectly timed, because faith without doubt creates an invisible network of alignment with all that you need to manifest your desires. Faith without doubt transforms your relationship with money itself. It shifts your mindset from scarcity, fear, and struggle to certainty, trust, and flow. Money is no longer something to chase or fear. It becomes a natural partner, responding to your calls, aligning with your vision, and appearing effortlessly in your life. The act of calling money, naming it, and believing without doubt is not a gamble, a wish, or a hope. It is a declaration of your divine right to abundance, a recognition of your power as a co-creator with the universe, and a practical step in manifesting the wealth that is already yours to claim. Principle of speak, believe, receive is the very essence of the universal law of abundance. A simple yet profoundly transformative process that, when practiced consistently, brings flow of money and prosperity into your life with ease and certainty. This is not a theory or a vague suggestion. It is a law as real and as dependable as the law of gravity. To speak is to declare your desire. To believe is to align your energy with the certainty of its fulfillment. And to receive is to allow the universe to bring your manifestation into form. The mastery of this sequence, speaking, believing, and receiving, is what separates those who struggle with money from those who command it effortlessly. Each step is crucial, each requires clarity and faith, and together they form a powerful triad that creates unstoppable momentum in your financial life. To speak is to set intention into motion. Words are the instruments through which energy flows. When you articulate your desire, especially when you name your money, you are sending a clear vibration into the invisible realm. This is the beginning of creation, the first act of co-creation with the universe. It is essential to be specific. General wishes such as, "I want more money," or "I need abundance," carry weak vibration. The universe responds to clarity, to certainty, to the specificity of your call. Speak boldly, speak as though your money is already on its way. Say, "I call my $5,000 for this month," or "I call the financial breakthrough that allows me to achieve my dreams," and speak it with joy and expectation. The spoken word is the seed, and your faith nourishes it. Belief is the second step, and it is the lifeblood of manifestation. To believe is to feel certainty in your heart and mind. It is to know beyond any doubt that what you have spoken is already on its way, that it exists in the invisible realm, and that it is responding to your call. Belief is active. It is not passive or wishful thinking. It aligns your energy, thoughts, and emotions with the reality you desire. Without belief, words one are empty. They lack the power to move the invisible forces that bring money to you. Belief requires that you see the invisible, that you feel the joy and gratitude as if your money has already arrived. It requires that you reject doubt, that you refuse to let current circumstances shake your certainty, and that you trust in the timing and intelligence of the universe. Belief is magnetic. It attracts not only money, but also opportunities, resources, and people who assist in bringing your call into manifestation. The third step, receiving, is equally essential and is often overlooked. To receive is to open yourself fully to the abundance you have called and believed in. It is to stop resisting, to release fear, and to allow the universe to bring your manifestation into form in the way it sees fit. Receiving requires that you be flexible and aware, that you notice the opportunities and unexpected avenues through which your money can arrive. Often, the way money comes is different from what we imagine, but when you practice faith and openness, you recognize it instantly. Receiving is not about struggling or forcing, it is about acceptance, gratitude, and allowing the natural flow of abundance. The universe will deliver in ways that surpass your imagination if you are willing to receive with an open heart and mind. Many people fail in this process because they try to separate the steps or neglect one of them. They speak but do not believe. They believe but do not speak clearly. They expect to receive but resist the arrival of abundance. Each step is interconnected, forming a continuous flow. Speaking without belief is like planting a seed in barren soil. Belief without speaking is like water without a channel to flow. Receiving without speaking or believing is like standing under a shower with your eyes closed, refusing to open your arms. To master abundance, you integrate all three steps fully and consciously. An essential aspect of this principle is repetition and consistency. Just as one must practice any skill to master it, so too must you consistently speak, believe, and receive. Begin each day with a declaration of your desires. Speak them aloud, visualize them, feel them with intensity and joy. Repeat affirmations that reinforce your belief. Let the words resonate within you until they become truth in your subconscious mind. By making this a daily practice, you build a strong magnetic energy that cannot be ignored. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes, until speaking, believing, and receiving are no longer separate acts but a seamless flow of energy. Emotion is the fuel that powers this process. Joy, gratitude, excitement, and anticipation amplify the vibration of your words and beliefs, making them irresistible to the universe. Fear, anxiety, and doubt, on the other hand, diminish your power. When you speak your money, speak it with emotion. When you believe, feel it as real. When you receive, open your heart to gratitude and delight. The combination of clear intention, unwavering belief, and powerful emotion creates a magnetic field that attracts money and opportunity with remarkable speed and precision. Another important point is trust. Trust that the universe knows the perfect timing, the perfect path, and the perfect means for delivering your abundance. Do not insist on controlling the how or the when. Once you have spoken and believed, let go and allow the universe to orchestrate. Many manifestations fail or are delayed because people try to micromanage the process, doubting the unseen and interfering with the natural flow of energy. True mastery of speak, believe, receive involves confident detachment, holding certainty while allowing infinite intelligence to work on your behalf. Visualization enhances this process. As you speak and believe, create vivid mental images of your money arriving. See the check in your hand, the deposit in your account, the financial breakthrough happening exactly as you desire. Engage all your senses. Hear the sound of abundance. Feel the relief and excitement. See the possibilities that your money opens for you. Visualization is a bridge between speaking, believing, and receiving, connecting your conscious mind with the subconscious and the invisible forces of the universe. It makes your intention tangible and real, strengthening the magnetic pull of your call. Faith without doubt, spoken words, emotional resonance, consistent practice, and visualization all converge in this principle. It is simple in theory but requires dedication and discipline in practice. The moment you integrate speaking, believing, and receiving, you step into alignment with the universal law of abundance. You no longer chase money, you attract it. You no longer negotiate with circumstances, you command them. You no longer hope for opportunity, you create it. Your energy becomes magnetic, drawing wealth and prosperity from every direction. The beauty of speak, believe, receive is that it applies to all areas of abundance, not just money. Opportunities, relationships, health, success, and happiness all respond to the same law. By mastering this principle in one area, you unlock the ability to manifest across all aspects of life. The clarity of your speech, the certainty of your belief, and the willingness to receive align your energy with the infinite intelligence of the universe, creating effortless flow and unstoppable results. To fully embrace this principle, begin tonight. Speak to your money. Call it by name. Believe without hesitation that it is coming to you. Open your heart and mind to receive it in any form, trusting that the universe knows best. Make this a daily practice, a habit, a joyful ritual. Watch as your life begins to shift, as your finances align, and as opportunities appear in ways that surpass your imagination. By consistently speaking, believing, and receiving, you become a master of the law of abundance, a co-creator with the universe, and a magnet for the prosperity that is rightfully yours.